y'all, we here.
Hey.
We made it to some Australian food. Now that y'all have made us scared to go to Australia for them 1,000 Ways to Die, because y'all are the place of 1,000 Ways to Die.
They're fine.
We don't know. It's some people that died. But
wait, was it the crocodile hunter from there?
Australia, I think so. I think it's from like Aussie or whatever. I think
so.
You know what? Y'all food, we are food people, so y'all food might change our
Foodie
mind.
People.
But if the food is not giving enough to overcome y'all 1,000 Ways to Die in Australia, then we just not going.
Okay.
So let's see how y'all food
Y'all
goes.
better be good, cause
keep kangaroo off the menu, please.
Oh, hey there. What city was just named the #1 foodie city in the world? Any guesses? It's Melbourne, Australia, and while the food is amazing in Melbourne, there's so much more to do as well. Come along for a few days in Melbourne exploring the food, culture, and city life.
Fruit salad.
Where it's happening?
Melbourne,
Australia.
We flew into Melbourne from Brisbane and stayed for 3 days and 2 nights. And before we even start this video out, I gotta point out that it is Melbourne, not Melbourne.
Well, spell it like that.
But everybody pronounces it Melbourne. Melbourne.
But that's how it's spelled. Born Identity, the movie. Born. They say Born. We don't burn. My last name is Burn. Will Burn.
No.
It ain't spelled Born.
When we watch video, they say Melbourne.
I'm gonna say Melbourne. I don't like Burn.
Melbourne. But it sounds better.
No, it don't. Melbourne spells way more fancy.
Literally, if you switch the W or the M, flip it at an I.
It's my name.
It's your name.
My last name. Some people think it's my first name over here.
That's good.
I like it.
Me too.
Americans have a lot of trouble with this just because we have Melbournes in the United States. It is Melbourne, and they will make fun of you if you call it anything else. With that out of the way, we started our adventure by taking the airport shuttle to Southern Cross Station. Our hotel was literally right across the street from Southern Cross, which honestly was a pretty great location to stay in. After dropping our bags off at the hotel, we headed towards the South Bank area of Melbourne near Flinders Street Station. We just walked because the 2 major train stations are only about a mile apart by foot. This is a great way to start seeing some of the food-filled laneways Melbourne is known for and find something super tasty to eat.
You know what's cool about that? You could be at one restaurant eating and then see somebody else's order and be like, "Oh, look, that look good over there."
Go next door.
Right. That is a good concept right there.
But
that is good advertising.
I can't decide where I want to go.
That's good advertising.
My Australian boyfriend did point out that Melbourne likes to rebrand sketchy alleyways as laneways so that the tourists will go down them. But trust me, go down the sketchy looking alleys. The food is amazing. We were absolutely starving after our flight and headed to a spot my boyfriend's parents loved called Brunetti. This classic Italian Melbourne cafe is unbelievable once you get inside. A pastry, bars, and a full cafe give out a major dose of overstimulation when you first walk in. There's so much to take in, and the cafe is way bigger than it seems from the outside. We were so hungry after our flight, so it's actually quite the feat that we didn't literally order the entire menu. We ended up with a caprese sandwich, a massive arancini ball, polenta fries, walnut gnocchi, and my first cup of Melbourne coffee. Everything was delicious. The walnut gnocchi was sent directly from God, though. That stuff was unreal. The cup of coffee was wonderful as well. All of Melbourne is known for incredible coffee, and this cup did not disappoint.
You said $78, like we ain't over here paying $155 for that.
No, I was just.
Yes,
it was a rhetorical question.
In America, that's $120.
It was a rhetorical question, but
that looked good. I love the way
then
it
big
looked.
old placenta, whatever.
Everything looked fancy. Everything of it, even the coffee. The coffee was just brown, but it looked fancy.
After enjoying our Italian feast, we headed towards the river and took in some of the cold weather Melbourne is notorious for. Coming from Colorado, personally, I loved this. We kept strolling down St. Kilda Road, walking towards the Shrine of Remembrance through the Botanic Gardens. This area is really lovely for a stroll, and the gardens are stunning. Once we got to the Shrine of Remembrance, we spent hours there, as both of us are history buffs. The Shrine of Remembrance is a war memorial originally built to honor Australians who served in World War I, but now stands to honor all Australians who have served in any war. It was originally built in 1918 and is over 100 years old. We spent most of our time in the Galleries of Remembrance, which were created in 2012 and feature some truly amazing exhibits about Australian soldiers around the world. Not to totally history nerd out here, but there is a lifeboat that was deployed during the landing at Anzac Cove in the Gallipoli campaign here. The museum here has done an incredible job to tell the Anzac Cove story very well. If you're a history buff, you will love this exhibit. I think we spent close to 3 hours here. And even if you're not a history buff, you should go to the memorial. The views from the top are the best in Melbourne, and you can see the entire city from up here. It's gorgeous. Next, we headed back down St. Kilda Road to the National Gallery of Victoria. And yes, we are museum people. We go wild for some well thought out exhibits. Again, we spent hours at the National Gallery. I've been to national galleries in a lot of different countries at this point, and they are always worth stopping by when you've got a chance. As a general travel piece of advice, any museum a country is willing to call a national gallery has some of the best art of that country in it. The National Gallery of Victoria is no exception. We are also coffee people, and this gallery had a killer coffee shop. I did have a classic American moment here, though. When I ordered an iced coffee, they brought out espresso with ice cream. I died laughing and enjoyed my ice cream, though. They knew what I needed, not what I wanted.
I'm like, is that a joke? Iced
Right.
coffee, they got some ice cream.
It's like, are you pranking me? I would have thought they're trying to be funny because they know,
So good.
like, that we're
That
tourists.
sounds so good.
After quite a bit of time on our feet, we were ready to start using the tram system that Melbourne is known for. There's a free tram zone in Melbourne where you can get on the tram for free. It is super useful for anyone visiting the CBD of Melbourne. We headed over to the David Jones department store via tram to get my go-to souvenir. Anytime I go to a new country, like Australia, I get a perfume from that country to remember the trip by. I ended up getting Ocean Eyes from Who is Elijah. It is now one of my favorite perfumes. It smells like the seaside to me. After our shopping detour, it was getting close to dinner time. We headed back towards our hotel near Southern Cross Station and found one of the best restaurants I've ever eaten at in my entire life along the way. Welcome to the very unassuming Chai and Chili, a fully vegetarian Indian restaurant that is truly out of this world. I actually have no idea what we ordered. We went up to the cashier and he asked us, "Is it your first time here?" And then he ordered for us. He knew exactly what we needed. The food was a mix of paneer sandwiches, wraps, and like a Hawaiian roll dish that you dipped in curry. The seasoning this place used was incredible. I love Indian food. I frequently eat Indian food.
You ain't gotta tell me twice, girl. She called me at seasoning.
Really?
That's all I need to hear.
I love Indian food. Well, we love Indian food.
Tear some
We
Indian
love
food up. When she said seasoning, I was already there. But she already had me Indian food. Like, she had me Indian when she said that. But then when the seasoning came in there, which they normally do season pretty good.
I would have probably went.
Me too.
Chai and chili? That's cool.
Food, but this place was special. I can remember just how incredible the food tasted even now. Freaking go to Chai and Chili if you are in Melbourne. After dinner, we were exhausted and full, so we headed back to the hotel for a good night's sleep. In the morning, we headed to the pickup spot for a Yarra Valley hop-on, hop-off wine tour. This was an all-day activity, and I am making a dedicated video about just this day. Part of why Melbourne is the best foodie city in the world is that they have a world-class wine region nearby. I had so much fun on this wine tour and can't wait to publish the vlog on this. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss it. Once we got back to Melbourne, we went out for Italian food on Lygon Street. I don't have any footage from this, but the food was incredible and you should go to Lygon Street. Here is the biggest piece of advice I have. The restaurant owners will stand on the side of the street calling you in, but be warned, the best restaurants are the spots that don't even have to bother calling people in. Just go to a place that is packed, you'll be served some of the best food of your life. I do wish I had a bit of footage of this, but give me a break. I had tasted well over 20 different wines throughout the day. I'm including this though because you really should go to Lygon and have some amazing food. The next day we were flying out around noon, so we spent the morning at the Queen Victoria Market. This was one of my favorite things we did. I suffer from what I call food curiosity, where if I see a food I've never tried before, I have to try it. I love going to food markets anytime I travel, and this one was incredible. While we were here, I tried coffee, pastries, sushi, literally anything that looked good. I ordered it, gave it a try. If you're going to Melbourne to eat, the Queen Victoria Market is the place to go. And with that, it was finally time to head back to the airport. I can attest, Melbourne truly is the best foodie city in the world, and we barely scratched the surface.
Melbourne. I want to go to Melbourne. Melbourne. I want to go there. It looks so good.
I think that would be a hard thing for us, like money-wise, because we would spend so much on food. I would forget about everything else. Like, food would have me in a chokehold.
I would have stood at that alley all day.
You know how much food I probably would eat?
Yeah.
Because there's so much stuff.
I'd be like, we go.
Because I feel like I would feel bad if, like, if I didn't try this now, I'm never going to try this again. So I got to try it all. I'm like, just cut me a sample of each one.
Just get something from every restaurant, one little thing. Boop, 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 boop.
I'll be in trouble. See, now the stereotype has died because we didn't hear about kangaroo.
Yeah. But the food looks good.
It looked amazing. It looked fancy. Everything looked fancy, though.
Is our money different than theirs?
I don't know how it works. I mean, it's different, but I don't know what it is. Like, the difference.
Let us know below. Like, it's our currency.
I don't know what the currency is. What was
but
I
would
say?
definitely
You made
go.
me lose my thought.
That food looks good.
I lost my thought.
And then the pastries, you can't go wrong with the bakeries.
Yeah.
I want to go to Melbourne.
Is that like hole in the walls over there? Like, if y'all, my drift is a hole in the wall joint. It's like something that's like you don't expect to go in there and eat because it don't look too great.
Well, like she said, if they're calling you in, don't go in.
Everything looked great.
Don't go in.
Every restaurant she went to at least looked fancy, unless she was just picking 5-star restaurants. But everything looked 5-star.
That's bad.
It did.
We'd probably go to one thinking like,
it's 5-star. That's a 2.
Yeah, to them it's like that's a 2. Like
you ain't even stepped into the 5-star. You want some kangaroo? That's 5.
No, that's 10.
They making medium rare kangaroo around the corner. She probably like, go try that. I would probably try it though.
No,
I wouldn't want to, but just to see.
No, I'm gonna see myself into something else.
Just to see what the little kangaroo jack tastes like. Just to see.
What if they gave you an emu? That's a baby kangaroo.
Then I guess I'll be trying the little emu.
That's messed up.
They be killing all kind of baby animals to make
It's
stuff.
a kangaroo. It's different.
Don't start.
It's different.
But as always, thank y'all for tuning in. Let us know what y'all thought about this one. Give us some food to try. Let us know.
Yes.
We appreciate y'all. See y'all on the next one.